Folks, Kirk here with Kirk's Giordano plastering. My son Jason doing the video as usual. Today, what I want to show you guys is this wall was not true and plumb. In fact, it was out about a quarter inch. So the apartment owner, he called me and said, "Kirk, can you feather this in so when we paint this building it won't be as noticeable?" I looked at it, we put a 2x4 on it, and I said, "Man, we're about a ½ inch further than this existing wall, so no amount of feathering in is going to correct that." So he said, "Well, what do you suggest?" So I said, "Let's break it out and see if the fellow who did the stucco work did such a bad job with the stucco, he may have did the paper incorrectly." So we removed it. We did a test spot, and sure enough, it shows the new paper over the existing paper. Now, what has to be done? The new paper that they did a couple of years ago, this should have been underneath this paper. So water goes through here, hits this sheet, and drips harmlessly on the new paper. So what was happening was water is going through here and going in back of this. See if you do a close-up right here, because this paper is on top of here. So it's backwards. This paper should have been underneath the existing paper. So we removed it all. And fortunately, we have a backer board. So we're going to repaper it. We're going to go underneath this paper, and then when we're done, we're going to true and plumb out the wall. That way, when he paints it, it won't be noticeable. And then, of course, we're going to tie all this in properly, where we've got to break this out and tie it in, key in the stucco, meaning our new wire has got to tie in with this wire so we don't get a perimeter crack. And more important than that, or equally important, is we get our new paper underneath their existing paper. We're also, while we're here, we're going to correct this old mailbox, because they have a new mailbox here once they've take that red sign off. Anyhow, that's what we're doing today, and we'll show you it as we go. Okay guys, we are at a stage now. Hopefully you can hear me. Our new paper is under their existing paper. Now it's waterproof. And when we come back to do the scratch and brown, it's going to be true and plumb. You take a 10-foot 2x4, this surface won't pass this surface. And any time where we come to concrete like this, we still got to wire it. We put a few concrete nails to hold it tight. I recommended that they get a new vent for here, a louvre vent, so that the water doesn't go through, so I left that loose for them. Also, once we take our paper to the sill, then we have to put a fat bead of caulking around it. And the board that was on here, it's kind of like a sheetrock board. But I'd rather have it, which is pretty flimsy, than nothing. Otherwise, if it just was studs, we'd have to use a different paperback wire, which we stretch and get it tight so we don't use so much cement. Anyway, show it to you when we're completely done. But that's it for this stage until the inspector comes in and inspects the lath. Okay guys, we are back on this wall here. About a couple weeks later, inspector had to come out and take a peek at this. When I'm done, this wall here will meet that wall. Okay guys, what I'm doing now to true and plumb out the wall is I'm using the Darby. Coming up, this is a Darby or a rod. And what it does is, it hits the wall true and plumb. We start from the bottom, and come up. Here, we're starting from the bottom, we're coming up. From the bottom, come up here, and down. And what that does, again, is it just trues out the wall. Okay folks, we are almost complete with this second coat here. Notice the transition there? It's pretty fine. The transition over here underneath the window matches, and I'm floating in the last piece right here. This is, I've already browned it out with the Hawk trowel. Of course, I don't want to bore you guys with the entire finish of the brown coat, because I have several videos already of doing that. So what I'm just showing you now is I'm floating this, and I'm dipping the float in the water, and I'm just going over it. What I'm doing is floating is bringing out the aggregate, or the sand, bringing the sand out. And because this has been painted 10, 15 times, it's a lot lighter now than it was originally. So my finish is pretty light too, just to match what they have. That way when they paint it, everything is tight fit as best as possible with the two texture matches. Anyway, there you have it. This is Kirk with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Thank you. Thank you, Jay, for doing the video. We'll see you on the next one.